Hi, ho everyone. My name's Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 132. And Rob has something to say.
Also, men shouldn't be making laws about women's bodies.
You should not be making laws about women's
That's
body.
all I wanted to say. And I was like, hey, I'll save it for the intro. It even makes it better.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then if you disagree, great. Now you know not to listen. We talk about Halo again, this time Infinite. We talk about Doctor Strange, but spoiler free. We talk about Moon Knight, but spoilers, but there should be a warning. So whatever time I say, skip 2 minutes ahead of it, just in case ads or something mess it up. We briefly talk about a new Game of Thrones trailer, Obi-Wan trailer. Talk about Square Enix selling off all of its licenses and
NFTs.
What the devs doing. Apex Legends and its esport. Other things. And of course, questions and answers. Stay tuned for all that and more on your favorite podcast. Because it's this one. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
Attention listeners, are you ready to be blown away? Wee wee wee. That's my siren sound. You asked for it and they've listened. Our friends at Manscaped just relaunched the Ultra Smooth package. It's back, baby. Your new favorite tool to complement the Lawnmower 4.0 to keep your boys smooth while looking and feeling their best. This specialized groin shaving tool is here to help you buff, protect, and shave your most sensitive areas. It's time to crop that bush of yours and get right to the roots with the discount just for you from Manscaped. Get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com with the code GG. I'm thankful my boys are looking their best thanks for this new Ultra Smooth package. I can tell you, they are ultra smooth. It's 4 easy steps. Step 1, grab the handy lawnmower. Step 2, crop exfoliant. Step 3, crop gel. And step 4, time to shave. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG at manscaped.com. Smooth out your fellas with the relaunched Ultra Smooth package from the fellas at Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to GG Over Easy. Episode 132. The best podcast this side of the multiverse.
Hey, we lasted longer than Real Gamer Hours. So
True.
Who's the real podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, Blue.
Who shall not be named didn't have the stamina. Unlike us. That's right. I don't even know who we're talking about. But we will be talking about the multiverse later. I will say, so I will go back and remember to edit and put in audio thing because we will talk about Doctor Strange and Moon Knight in one with spoilers.
Oh, so this is a spoiler kind of...
Yeah, so that way, if you don't want to hear the Marvel spoiler part, we'll put them both together, and then I will remember. I'm writing it down everywhere I can. We may have to dismiss
Blue, though, for a little bit, because he has not seen Doctor Strange yet.
Yeah, I have not seen Doctor Strange, so...
Yeah,
I'm going to see it tonight, unfortunately. I didn't see the start.
Well, then we don't have to talk... We don't have to talk Doctor Strange spoilers, then. We've all seen Moon Knight, though, right?
Yeah, we have all seen Moon Knight.
We can talk Moon Knight, then.
Moon Knight fucked.
And then we can save Doctor Strange spoilers for next week. But then I'll write down to mark Moon Knight spoilers. So that's today's episode, among other things. To get it started off, though, let's start off hot. Just like Halo Season 2, baby. Woo! Halo Infinite Season 2.
I was talking about the show. I was like, it got renewed? No. Dear God. I'm so sorry.
Halo Infinite.
I had told... No, so, okay, wait. Before we get into that Halo,
right.
Blue joined the call before and was like... I don't want to talk about it because I'm sure you guys have been talking about it too much. And I go, funny you say that. Mr. Fruit went on a 30-minute rant last week specifically about the Halo TV show. And then Blue went on to... Did you talk about seeing his butt or no? Or was that...
I haven't seen the butt episode yet.
Oh, okay. So that had...
But you know about it.
I do remember somebody saying something about it, yeah. Like, dude, I never thought I'd see Master Chief's butt.
I'm gonna quickly.
Oh, wait. No. No, I did see that in the episode. Yeah. Because, yeah.
I'm gonna quickly say, bro.
Yeah.
There's things that I am cool with seeing. Like, hell yeah. Nudity in a normal show, give me that shit. Give me the tits, give me the vag, give me the dick, give me the ball, give me it all. Give me everything in between. Give me the weird alien genitals. I don't give a shit. Nudity's tight. We love genitalia. However, things this show did not make me want to see. Master Chief's fucking ass, great ass. Master Chief's ass in my face. Master Chief just fucking whole hogging it.
How do they present his butt?
No,
is
he's
it
just
in
like
a classy way, or are they just like?
It's
hey,
like
Chief,
a very like
Chief, like
it's like a very yeah, exact that. It's like Chief, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like,
okay. I just thought it was really funny that you both had like mini Halo rants.
No, I'm just like, hey, bro, like I'm happy that you're whole huffing it, bro, but like,
well, I'll be honest too. I didn't bother reading comments either on about that one podcast. If you disagree with me, fine. I did see one comment where somebody was like, "Well, actually,
shut your fucking mouth.
The battle rifle can shoot automatic. It has different firing modes." And
Jesus.
what?
Oh,
you missed the point.
Oh God, someone actually said that.
The point is, there is no fanfare. There is no fan service. Nothing. Like they couldn't even give us just him shooting a burst pulse rifle or a battle rifle. That's what I'm saying. There's like no goodwill with fans. That's what upsets
It's not
me.
like you're asking for like Chief to discover a grunt birthday party skull and he goes around shooting.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just want the gun to sound normal.
Yeah, like I'm not asking for
actually the battle rifle can shoot automatic.
Yeah, like, every
that's
gun.
So crazy.
Every gun in existence
gun can
has
shoot
like firing modes.
automatic. Dude.
Yeah,
the whole point is that the BR is a 3-burst battle rifle.
It's not the point. But like, if that's what you took away from my entire rant, then like I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, Halo Infinite Season 2 did come out, Lone Wolves, and with it, 343's. This is the thing. It's like Battle Royale mode. But it's not. But it's clearly kind of inspired from it. But they just refused to make a Battle Royale. It's called Last Spartan Standing. You load in you and 11 other Spartans, so it's a 12-person free-for-all. You land. It's in the new big team battle map. You all spawn with the Disruptor pistol and Sidekick pistol. And then you have 5 lives. Or 5 respawns, rather. So technically, I guess 6 lives. And when you kill somebody, you get XP. You level up in the game. And so, like, your first level up, you get a Mauler instead of the pistol. And then the next level up, you get an assault rifle. And then you get a shotgun. And then you get a commando. And then you get a battle rifle. So you go through the match, try and kill people. Supply drops come in. You can get camo or overshield, whatever. And it was okay. But after about an hour and a half, I got a dub. Finally, I was like, thank God. I was like, I'm free. And I went booted up Apex Legends. But I played the mode for about an hour and a half. And it was fun. But about that hour and a half, I was like, I feel like I'm petering out. Like,
was the player base like healthy, or did you feel like you had to wait a long time for games?
Well, it didn't. Like, the one thing I also highlighted when I was streaming it was hopped in first game. I don't even get a kill. I don't think. Like, I just got pooped on. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And so I go on Halo Tracker, and sure enough, everybody I fought was Onyx. And mind you, I hadn't played Halo Infinite for 5.5 months. And it's not even like, hey, we'll just kind of put, you know, it's immediate like, hey, here's top 1% players who haven't stopped playing. So I got pooped on. So then it was just a couple games of like warming back up, and I'm a gamer. So of course, you know, 4 or 5 games in, I drop like a 17 kill bomb. I'm pooping on kids. You know how I do. But it was still frustrating.
Naturally.
Right, but it was still frustrating. It's like, it's just, it wasn't casual. So
was it a battle royale or like...
Well, no. So, but that's the thing. So that's the mode. And as time progresses, there is a danger zone or whatever they call it. So like it will close. And it's last person standing wins. And it was a cool concept, but like it was very shallow.
So
there wasn't much depth to it.
The idea is like it's a Lone Wolves game, and then when you get to a certain amount in the point in the game, people actually start dying off.
Right.
And then
it's just battle of attrition to whoever lasts the longest.
Interesting.
And it was a fun
Why
game
not just
mode.
make a battle royale? I don't get it. Just...
don't ask me. But like the problem I had with it, one is it's very snowbally because of the level system. So what I was finding, if like in the first minute or two, I didn't already have a couple kills, I might as well just forfeit. Because every firefight from then on out is usually me with like, I'm stuck with a pistol or a mauler, and this dude has an assault rifle or a commando, and it's not even a fair fight. Between that and then all these supply drops, which drop camos and overshields, is too much. There's either at all times like 2 people invisible, 8 dudes with overshields. So
that's annoying.
It felt bad because it was just like a win more game. You either get ahead early and then you just kind of set up for success, or not the case.
Yeah, you can just hold overshields, right? Like that's like a thing. Yeah. Like you could just pick it up. Yeah.
But it was fun. But about an hour and a half, 2 hours in, I'm like, okay, this is starting to get old. It's the same map. No changes either. And like, it's not like, oh, in this match when you level up, you'll get a different loadout. It's always the same level ups. Same map, and you can't queue with anybody. It's free for all. So it's like, okay, well, even if I was kind of having fun, I could probably have more fun with friends, but I can't queue with anyone.
Yeah.
And so it's strange. They launched a new season, and
but
maybe
you don't queue with, and you queue solo only. Yeah. That sucks.
Well, and I think they took the season name a little too seriously, Lone Wolves, because they start the season, and then there's a brand new event going on, and all the event challenges are for Last Spartan Standing. So they're like, hey, here's this new season. It's going to be so cool. Play by yourself. They're not even like, hey, enjoy this with your friends. You just can't. But my problem was, it's like, okay, that was cool, but that was 6 months. And the 2 maps, well, one of them, the arena one specifically, reminds me, it's at least aesthetically a lot like Construct and Guardian.
There's 2 Last Standing maps?
No. There's 2 new maps. One for Big Team Battle, one for like arena normal matches. The Big Team Battle one also happens to be the map they're using for Last Spartan Standing. The other one is like a Forerunner installation. I like it just because it kind of looks like Guardian.
Construct type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to like Guardian, Construct, all that stuff. So I was a sucker for it, and it's a decent map. But it's just like, man, who knows how this would have been received differently if this had come out a month or 2 after release, and we'd been getting constant updates. Whereas, like, some people were hopping in the stream like, oh, this is cool. I was like, yeah, let me paint you a picture. Today, Season 2 launched. Well, today, Season 3 is supposed to be launching, and yesterday, Season 2 is supposed to end. But instead, Season 1 got delayed 3 extra months. So Season 1 lasted 6 months. And they've already said this season's getting delayed. So Season 2 is going to be 6 months. So from a year from release, we will have gotten 2 maps. So far, no new weapons.
When did this launch?
It was like early November, right?
No. The Season 2.
Tuesday, so the 3rd.
Okay. Would you like to guess how many current players are playing right now?
I'm going to say around 10,000.
How about lower than that? Okay, I'll say 24-hour peak. 24-hour peak was 13,000.
Okay. Yeah, the crazy thing is I see Twitter threads about like talking about like Halo and its decline and like how it's in a pretty rough shape, and then the people that come out in droves to fight it who are just brainwashed and refuse to accept Halo. Which is fine, but they refuse to accept like Halo Infinite's not a flop, and they're like, look at Steam numbers.
Every game has those kind of stands, like
Halo Infinite before this season update was averaging daily like 3,000 people. A free to play Halo on PC.
Would you like to know its peak on Tuesday?
20.
About 21,000.
So it's good, but like also
in 2 days you've lost already half of that.
But people will point to like, look at how Steam has been, and then even now with its launch, like you've already lost half, and it's probably just going to keep going down.
I can't believe there's a competitive scene still like that somehow.
Well, that's what all the pros are talking about. Like, you remember Snipe Down?
Yeah.
He went pro in Apex a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd been playing pro for TSM, I think, for a while. Halo Infinite came out. He was playing it. He's like, it's reinvigorated my love for Halo. I want to go competitive in Halo again. And now he's I regret it. He's like, I'm miserable. And so many of the pros, like one of the pros Frosty was talking about, like, one of the only pros that feels like they actually enjoy the game is Formal. All the others are just like being held captive. And so, but like people will fight to the teeth. They're like, Steam doesn't matter, dude. PC, who cares? First off, it does matter because also this is your first title. Halo has gone to PC, launched with, and it's free to play, and you can't keep people playing. And on top of that, so then they're like, okay, well, look at this. And Xbox doesn't give out numbers, but you can see a list of top,
true,
like
I
20,
always
30
forget
games.
That like the Xbox has a
so
player
Xbox
base
is
as well.
supposed to be the, I mean, guarantee it's higher player base. But so
Way
people are like,
higher.
well, look at this. Halo Infinite's not even the top 10 on Xbox.
With Game Pass and stuff like that, it's really competitive, and like with so many free to play games and stuff too. And I haven't tried it yet, dude. But Fortnite no build is like actually like a thing now.
They made that a
I
move.
heard how fun no build is, and I was like, I could see it.
But it's just so like people, and then what got me was, so I kind of played and I was like, oh, that was kind of fun. Maybe I'll play a little bit more. And then
that's what I like.
I start looking around, and then I realized with the update, apparently they removed like speed running things, like some special jumps on maps. Like imagine Bungie patched S1 to S2 on Guardian.
I know it's like such a niche, yeah.
Or like Gold 1 to Gold 2. Or
it's like CS like banning like a smoke that's really important,
right?
Or something like that, like a skybox smoke.
It was like one thing where, first off, it's hard to hit every time. I mean, even in Halo 3,
like I say there's a difference between an exploit and tech.
Right. Like this took a lot of time to master, a lot of time, and to not even recreate it every time.
And if you
if
you don't get it, you get punished. Like
super niche. And it was one of those things where it's like they then took their time out of everything else in the game to focus their time. Like, we got to remove this. And then they even changed like some maps, whatchamacallit, geometry to not allow it. And then there was this like movement tech with like slide boost jumping. They removed that, which all the pros use. They removed something else where it was like, nobody asked for this. You're actually just trying to upset people. And that's why people are like, oh, they're catering to the pros all the time. The pros are like, we didn't ask for this. We're pissed too. And so it's like, who are they? And then,
did you check the store out?
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Okay.
And then a day later, all the community managers and stuff come out like, hey guys, man, season 2 has been launched. Now we hear you guys. We're sorry about it. And it's just like. I'm sick of it, man. It's Control C, Control V.
That's gotta be an awful
Control
way to
C,
live your
Control
life,
V.
dude. Like if like with content, if we release like stuff like, and we just knew
Hey guys,
immediately coming out the gate, like, hey, like we need something. That would be the worst way to live. Like just what have they been doing?
I want to relive my glory days. You know, Halo Infinite can be good, but it's like, how are we in this place? And then it just makes me sad. And then that's the other thing is. That is something I had to consider. Like, I was playing some games, especially like SWAT and stuff. I tried like a game of SWAT. Yeah, I was like, either these people are hacking or they're using a controller. And that was part of it. It's like, as much as I don't want, like, statistics have come out, especially more so now too. Like, I wish I could just, because I believe social or whatever, like, unless it's ranked, it's crossplay. So I don't have a choice to just be PC or like keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
But the other problem too, though, is even if I did that, well, now I have a pool of like 1,000 players.
Yeah.
So it's like a can't win.
I'm in
a weird spot.
My copium for Halo is 343 is like, we are fucked. Like, let's just get our money out of this. And they sell the Halo. They sell Halo.
They sell
How-
the Halo.
They were literally made. Like they're called 343 Industries. Xbox made them.
And Bungie comes back and buys it.
Oh god. never
Bungie
mind.
sells Destiny. They sell Destiny.
Like we don't want this.
And they bring it back.
How
That
do
is
you
some
want that, bro?
copium. That is some. Well, so the thing is,
This is my copium.
apparently there is some studio working on a battle royale. I forget what their name was, but apparently they've been working on for like 2 years or something some Halo Infinite multiplayer thing. So I'm hoping it's.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's like a separate game.
Well,
to
I think
Infinite. Almost like a Warzone, maybe.
Well, it's been leaked. It's supposed, or like some leaks and stuff, where it sounds like a battle royale. So I'm.
Well, I saw
hoping,
this.
I'm hoping
ARG, I think it was. It was like they were on a stream and they were like streaming, and all of a sudden the stream cut out, and it was like Black Folder has leaked or something like that, like self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, and then it just cut back to the stream like.
Then they die.
Oh yeah, and then the shaders are like red. Like I'm like.
Oh.
But I mean, I just my hype for Halo, dude, is like just so it's probably dead. I would say, like, I have no faith at all. I mean, I think I looked. I have like maybe 4 hours on Halo Infinite on Steam.
Well, it's just like I was playing it, and when I'm in a match, I'm like, this game feels good. But then there's just so much wrong with it outside of that I'm just like, I can't commit, and it's just upsetting. And I'll never get. And it just was reimagined, whatever, because I was watching Halo Championship Series over the weekend in Kansas. So this is cool. I'll play some.
I did too. I will admit, I did too.
I'll play some.
And I watched the Apex thing. That was sweet.
I was going to mention that. Yeah, I'll talk about that. So I was like, I'll play a little bit. And I was like, yeah, this is kind of fun. Like, I remember Halo Infinite, the gameplay is good. It's everything else. And it hasn't changed. And I was thinking about it. I feel like so many games, like 343 right now, too, is using this, like, I feel like games as a service or live games, whatever, have only hurt gaming. Because the people who do it wrong abuse it. And, like, in this case,
say more do it wrong than right.
Right. Like, in 100%. This case, if Halo Infinite had just released as a normal game, and they weren't so focused on this as a service, we probably would have gotten more content.
It would have fucked.
And we would have gotten more content within 6 months, ironically. Like,
yeah.
All these studios want to do like this. We can keep the game updated. But it's like, okay, great idea. Can you actually do it? And 90% of the time, it's like, nope, they can't. And they buckle under the weight of trying to do it.
I'd say less than that, like 95% or more, yeah. Like
and it's supposed to be a 10-year game, by the way. So what is it, like 8 years before it gets good, and then we get to enjoy it for 2 years? Like, it's upsetting spaghetti.
I just know at like E3 or whatever they have this year, or whatever the Xbox thing is they'll be like Forge is here and custom game, like. That I think
cool.
Almost be the Renaissance for a week, and then it'll just.
I mean, yeah, I'll enjoy hopping into custom games. Yeah, they would watch. But yeah, it was just disappointing.
Yeah, my Halo fandom is quite dead at the moment. Like,
I forgot one thing. This was just like the cherry on top. That it was just like, why? I hop in, new battle pass. It's a little bit better.
Oh,
so I'm like, okay, a little bit better. Whatever. And I have credits left over since the game launched because I had like initially bought like $50, whatever, when the game launched. Like, yeah, Halo Infinite.
I think we both.
Yeah, like, let's buy the battle pass. And then I'm like, this, what is this?
Predatory as fuck.
Yeah, and so I swore, I'm like, I'm not buying anything, and I haven't bought anything. So I still have the credits left over. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll get the season pass. I've already given them this money anyway, but I'm not going to buy anything else.
I'm here.
So I bought the battle pass, and I was like, okay, at least level 1, 2, you get like a cool kill finisher animation. I don't have any of those. I'm like, sure. So I go, I'm like, what? I'm trying to like equip it on my weapons. I'm like, guys, I can't equip. What's going on here? You start the battle pass at level 0. They don't even just give you the first level.
They don't even give you 2 free. Like, normally if you buy a battle pass, they'll give you 2 free items that you get with the battle pass,
right?
And then whatever level 1 is.
Because you just unlock. Yeah. So instead, I had to play 3 games before I could even use them. And it was just one of those just small
little things
things
that just piss you off. Yeah.
But I'm like, I've never seen someone be like, hey, buy our battle pass. We're not even going to give you the first level.
You like
why
Fortnite can get away with that type of shit.
But they don't.
You are Halo.
Right.
Who do you
that was
think
just
you
like,
are?
all right. Like that's.
I thought you were going to talk about that. Like maintenance was longer than they said it would be. Like,
I mean, I was like, yeah,
that's what would piss me off. It's like, what? Like you put 2 maps in a new game type and it takes however long this is extra.
And that's just the thing. It's like, yeah, well, maybe in a year Halo Infinite's good, but I'm sick of that. I'd rather just have the game and not have to complain and be like, wow, this is a good game. Instead
we
of
waited
like
on Halo Infinite for 5 years.
Well,
I don't know
6,
when it was first
I
announced.
think, since
whenever he was in the Warthog and it was like he was on a ring.
Oh, right. That was forever ago. But I think Halo 5 came out 2015. So it was 6 years between Halo 5 and Infinite. With a delay, by the way. Again, this game was supposed to come out a year before it did. Yeah. Yeah.
I would hate to work at a studio like that, man.
You just got
like,
back-to-back Halo ranks.
I'm not saying it's the people that work there's fault. Like it goes way higher than
that
and way deeper than that. But I would hate to work in that environment where I just know, like, whatever I'm about to release, they're gonna fucking hate, and I'm gonna have to answer questions about it, even though it's not my fault. Like,
odds are, this thing too is like 9 times out of 10 with this stuff, it's not the develop. None of it is the developer.
No,
the developers are the one who's like, yeah, we like making this game. We wanted to be the best, and then it's the people with the decisions who's like, imagine some dude's like, I just designed the sickest armor. People are gonna love this. Like, oh, that's cool. We're only gonna release it for 1 week for $30. Like,
oh my god! Oh my god! Get this guy on the fucking board.
Yeah.
That's not really okay. Or like some dude's like, I just thought of this game. I thought, sorry, we can't. Like some dude's probably like, yeah, guys, I got Team Slayer working for launch. No, we can't launch with Slayer, dude.
Need you to make green.
It's like, I don't blame the devs. It's the people in the suits making the decisions, trying to get money.
No, it's almost like I made all these cool armor suits. Like these are going to be ready for release. Like, no, we can release that one with season 4. That can be 5, and then see that one right there? Like that's just red. Like yeah, and then like, can you make it green? Like, all right, see, we'll make that part of the battle pass instead of all those cool armors.
If a developer did have the idea, it's like, hey, what if we make it Spartan cores and none of it works with other armor? And if they want to wear this, they have to use a specific thing and none of it's going to cross. If that was a developer, I blame them. Right. If some of the developers were the ones behind these, then I blame them. But usually that's not the case. Those are the people who just want to make the best game possible. But yeah, look at that. Back-to-back Halo rants for me. What are you going to do? But
I make it a triple.
I was going to mention, this weekend, I had watched that and the Apex Legends global series. I forget what they're.
We root for Team Liquid over in these parts for our boy Crusader.
America. I was watching. I was like, this is pretty sick.
Yeah, it was actually. Apex. Did you see my tweet, or were you watching it before I had tweeted?
I didn't even know you tweeted about it.
Oh yeah, so I tweeted. I was watching it like.
Oh right.
I watched like the first group thing because Crusader was tweeting about it, and like I was happy for him that he was out there. So I was like, I'm gonna watch for our boy. So I like was watching, and first of all, Team Liquid were popping off, which made it even like cooler because then I was like, sick, they're doing good. And it just made me like kind of miss Apex, and then like reminded me like, God, the gunplay in Apex is so good. Like I may not like 20 people on a side, Gibraltar shield, and like give you like that may suck, but it was like cool to watch, I guess. Like,
well, I still like that though. I was like.
Yeah,
that's not a way you'll even see like pubs play, but it's a meta where they've evolved to like.
It. And I would hate to play it. Watching, I would too.
But the way they played around it though was so interesting. Like that's what they talked about too. Though is when they put all these teams together, most of them opted for defensive teams because they're talking about like America. Usually, you don't see a lot of like Gibby and Caustic because they're more aggressive, but a lot of these other teams are more defensive. Especially too when you're also playing with so much on the line, it would make sense. I want to be ready to be pushed rather than to push somebody.
I didn't like the format though. That was like
Really,
my
I like the
only
format. I like
kinda
the like
gripe, but
match game.
I
format.
don't like the match point thing. Like, I think it's bullshit that you're up 16 points on second place, but because second place got a third party on the game where they got match point or something like that, I think it's just some cheese. Like,
See, I
I would be
think then that those people that got that deserve the win.
no, see, just like 6 games it out. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was.
You just have to.
I don't know.
Well, I think part is you have to play consistently, and then also that's part of it is like you can't just play in a way to just accumulate points and then be like, okay, deuces.
Sure,
You now have to
like,
hit a threshold, and now you need to win.
I do like the idea of like you have to win the game as well on to win the thing, but I just thought it was kind of weird that you could be so far ahead and still not. I don't know. Because then I feel like you may just be on match. I was worried for Apex that they'd just be on match point for.
See, I was like, that'd be
3
sick.
or 4 more games. Oh, see, I'm the kind
Just
of person
all
like
day.
God. That is like how fair is that? And that to me is like the most unfair thing. If it was just somehow like the teams in 12th, 10th, 9th. Like,
okay,
kept
but then
winning.
also, if you deserve to win, you failed to win a game for like 8 matches. But did you deserve to win?
I don't know, man. I
And
don't know
mean,
what the perfect like sauce
but
is for the Apex.
I think that's I think they did a good job just because battle royales aren't straightforward. Like you can't just give somebody a win for winning because suddenly everybody plays defensive, nobody wants to fight. You can't solely give it for killing because then it's just deathmatch and nobody cares. Like I don't think anyone will ever find like the perfect equation, but I
do wish they had an audience though. I did think like because it was like a lot of people were watching it.
I don't know if it was COVID stuff or they just don't do audiences.
Probably COVID, and then it just like kind of ended, and it was just like woo. Like I just felt like it went from like
pumping
damn, that
the
was
crowd
fucking,
noise, you know.
It went like from damn, this is fucking sick and epic. Like damn, like Apex is kind of here, and then it kind of just reminds you like they're like woo, like kind of like
fist bumps the line,
and then like little firework, and then like.
Woo!
Yeah, it was like I just felt like as somebody who was like wants to like promote esports and something like that, you want that moment to be like very cool and stuff.
Well, the Halo was nice. They had a big audience.
Yeah, see, like you want it to be like that, and that's why I feel like that is growing for however reason because that game fucking sucks. But the Apex was sick. It made me want to play Apex.
Well, and that's what I've been doing this week. Is that I started playing Apex. So.
Yeah.
And it's sick. And there's a new season next week. So.
Oh, well, I'll hop in then next week if you'll have me.
Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
Attention listeners, are you ready to be blown away? Wee wee wee. That's my siren sound. You asked for it and they've listened. Our friends at Manscaped just relaunched the Ultra Smooth package. It's back, baby. Your new favorite tool to complement the Lawnmower 4.0 to keep your boys smooth while looking and feeling their best. This specialized groin shaving tool is here to help you buff, protect, and shave your most sensitive areas. It's time to crop that bush of yours and get right to the roots with the discount just for you from Manscaped. Get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com with the code GG. I'm thankful my boys are looking their best thanks for this new Ultra Smooth package. I can tell you, they are ultra smooth. It's 4 easy steps. Step 1, grab the handy lawnmower. Step 2, crop exfoliant. Step 3, crop gel. And step 4, time to shave. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG at manscaped.com. Smooth out your fellas with the relaunched Ultra Smooth package from the fellas at Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
Square Enix sold like everything. Blue, you want to touch on that? You had a good headline
Halo?
for it. No, Square Enix.
Square Enix sold that.
We talking shit about okay, yeah, Square Enix sells like a fuck ton of studios. Square Enix sells like half their studios to invest in NFTs as the NFT market just is obliterated.
You're joking.
Like, no, did you see they sold
No, I didn't see like it. I haven't heard any of this.
They sold like 4 studios, 4 studios, whatever.
But like big, like Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah, studios that have made some banger titles. Like And apparently it is because they wanted to invest in the booming NFT market, which is now
Blockchains.
dead.
You know what this seems like a very Konami move. Like this seems like something Konami
But
would
that's
do.
but that's exactly it. Like Japan devs are like, well, not Japan devs. Japan devs are like built different. They're from a
For
different
better or
universe.
worse.
They're like, well, no. Devs are insane. Like they are just like they're wizards. Now, Japan CEOs, however, are like
Even
Take a
Nintendo.
clap.
are like fighting in an industry
Super out of touch.
like the industry is playing 4D chess and Japan CEOs are like playing checkers. They're not even playing checkers. For some reason they're playing Connect 4. Like
Yeah. They
And
sold
they
about $300 million worth of studios.
But the thing too is
It's
it was like a steal. But they're just like
Enables
Yeah, like,
forward with
woo.
investments in fields including blockchain, AI, and the cloud.
I mean, I'm sure. I hope they get some good AI stuff because they're not going to get any of that and some cloud stuff
I
because
mean,
they're not going to get that shit with blockchain.
FF14 is gonna get NFTs here soon.
the dude's been
No.
pushing for it.
That's not true because Yoshi P said there is no reason why he thinks an
Yoshi
NFT
P,
should be
here's a
an
bored
NFT.
ape.
Well, I know he's been saying it, but that's just it. There have been people though, like upper management, who are like, "Yeah, we think like FF14 should have NFT," and it's just like they're so out of because the
not
study
gonna
recently came out or whatever, or just like analytics where like 95% of NFT sales have plummeted since a year or 2 years ago.
Because there's no value in it.
Right, like some dude who bought.
Stop it.
It's so weird, dude. When we first talked about this, I had no idea that like we would even talk about it again. And we talked about it like a year and a half ago. Like,
I don't know, dude. I got some Steph Curry thing. Somebody wants for like 5,000.
yeah,
Like,
someone
all right.
wants to buy it. I was like, sure,
Like,
have it.
okay.
Like, give a shit. I paid $100 for this.
And now it's probably like $2.
It's worth like it's not. So like I sold that thing for like 6,000. I think it's maybe worth like $1,400. Take that, crypto, bro. Thanks, bro.
But it's just like it's of all
Like
the
Robin
things. Why are they so many studios are pushing? And it's just 'cause they just see dollar bills.
My
That's
stepbrother
it.
was telling. My stepbrother is really into the metaverse and stuff, and thinks it's like really cool. And showed me the property he had bought in it. And it was like a house or something like that, and was telling me that in the future, they're gonna be able to Airbnb it out to people in the metaverse. I don't. It's hard for me to like tell like people like, you know, when Back to the Future came out, they said in 2014 we'd have flying cars. Like,
Yeah,
I get
like,
you really think like it's not there. Like augmented reality, where I think they like you put on a pair of glasses like Christian has, and you see like the weather and you see like that kind of stuff. Like I think that has some.
I just see slightly less
Something
blurry,
where like
but
you go, and I'm there, dude. Like, whoa, like this Airbnb is so fucking sweet, man. Like, wow, like
where do I get a pair of those?
Yeah. Oh, these are 55 Ethereum.
Oh shit.
Yeah, hey, gas prices are
steal.
low. They say that. They say gases is, I don't know. I hear gas is expensive.
It's just one of those things where it's just like, even if I'm sure there are in certain corners like promising things or like, oh, look at this prospect. But the problem is it's all just been clowned. And the only things people have seen and the things that take out, it's all just, it's nothing good. So I just wish the gaming industry would stop feeling like this is it, man. This is the future. Why don't we just go back to making good games again? Because I feel like we're having trouble just doing that right now for most of you guys, like EA. So I don't know, maybe just start there.
And I feel like people like want the metaverse to be real so badly that they will like, and I think that's what is a big part of it. They want it to be real so badly, and they think it's like, I just no chance. Maybe when we're like 150.
I mean, here's the thing. It would be sick. but put it in front of me. Because right now we're nowhere close to it. And so
Nowhere
I'm not gonna
near.
I'm not gonna delude myself or put myself in this delusion that like, yeah, it's right around the corner. Just like how games release finish now.
Yeah. And I think like the metaverse has been an idea since like, I don't know, the Civil War or something. Like there's
the
not
Industrial
been
Revolution happened and people were like metaverse.
George on the field like bet dudes. Like once you see the white in their eyes, tell them about NFTs.
And I think people just love the Matrix and those like that type of like idea so much that they just want it to like be real and be on the forefront. When in reality, you just have nothing. Sure, like if they're like, hey, everybody gets these VR metaverse goggles we're sending out and like have fun, like. But that's not happening.
Well, another part about the Square Enix thing is they also reported they've lost like 300 million or something on the Marvel license. Which is so funny because they're like, oh, it's games' fault. It's hard to. They're refusing to just be like, hey. What I meant to say is like, hey, maybe the games are, like, maybe the Avengers just
even
isn't
Kingdom
great.
Hearts 3 was kind of shitty.
And so it's just like, they just refuse to. It's just like Call of Duty also recently was like Vanguard underperformed. The reason is World War II. Like, well, maybe the setting isn't that popular, but if the game was just good, you probably would have had a better go of it. But it was uninspired, boring,
Let them know.
chaotic, a mess.
Let them know.
But instead of saying that, World War II set. People just don't want to buy World War II. Maybe we just want a good game, all right? And people just refuse to. It's the same with this. It's like, you lost 300 million on Marvel. You had to try to do that.
Exactly. You had to be like,
peak of Marvel, everything. What?
Because the first thing that came out was like how bad their whole live service Avengers game was. It wasn't like, oh my god, Avengers is so. No, it was like, yo, this game sucked cock.
And that's where we're at.
And that's the first thing you let people see.
And then the problem is Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and apparently that was pretty well received as a single player game. People said it was like really good, give it a shot. But the problem is you've burnt so many other people, especially like Avengers. And then they tried to blame Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's like, well, no, that one was well received. People like that one. Maybe one if you just
that game was well received. I heard it was like
maybe if you just promoted it or supported it post-launch or whatever, or just
have any Marvel games ever done well other than like Spider-Man? Like,
it would have to have there been any good Marvel games to start with, because I feel like especially a lot of the superhero games were like early 2000s before all the cinematic universe.
Trash. Like if you saw like a Iron Man Xbox on the Xbox 360, you just looked at that and went, that is trash.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I don't know if there's been like the Spider-Man recently has definitely been the exception, but it also shows what you can just make a good game with a Marvel license. I don't know.
Can you make
you had to try to lose that much
with a Marvel license?
I don't know. They're just good luck with your NFTs.
Oh, I tried to move that into a segue.
Oh, what was a segue?
I said, can you even make good Marvel movies, though? Is my question.
Marvel movies? What Marvel movies?
I figured we could go into Doctor Strange there. Potentially.
That came out, right. Yeah, we'll talk Doctor Strange first. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Since Blue hasn't watched it. So for everyone listening too, you don't have to skip this part.
See it tonight.
When we get to Moon Knight, though, I'll give a heads up.
Yeah.
So Doctor Strange, Madness of the Multiverse. Rob, impressions, go.
Didn't hate it, didn't love it. You know, it reminded me that Marvel movies can just be sometimes. All right, that's like, you know, I sat down, I watched a movie, I had a good time, and I left. You know, it wasn't that deep, and that is my non-spoiler take.
I think that's a fair take. Well, I'm trying to look. I want to see how. Like, what's his Rotten Tomatoes sitting at? Doctor Strange, Rotten Tomatoes. is sitting
But I
at.
think I had more expectations than I should have gone.
Well, so
going into it.
77% critic, 89% audience.
See, I would not put it at 89.
I think so. I'll say I'm kind of the same boat. It didn't blow me away, but I did not like it. It was a good movie, but I think you kind of were on to something there. I think part of the problem, inadvertently too, was its delay. Because, I mean, this is over a year when it was supposed to originally release, right? Like almost like a year and a half.
Mhm.
So I don't remember. So I think part of it was just it built more expectations, and it felt like it was going to be bigger. And I think like that was just problem might maybe laid on us because I don't feel like they pushed it so much more, but I kind of feel like the delay hurt it.
Yeah, totally agree.
But well, and best way to say it, I guess, without spoiling it, is it's not as grand as you imagine when you see the trailer. I think that's maybe a good way to put it. Like, for me, it just didn't feel as spectacular and grand as I thought Madness in the Multiverse would be, I guess. But with all that said, I still enjoyed it. It was a good movie. But it wasn't like Spider-Man where it came out and I was like,
holy shit!
Yeah, or
Right, I was
like
like,
Guardians or
dang.
Thor, like, you know, like.
And I think that's kind of the problem too. It's like the Marvel movie you're following up is Spider-Man, so
Yeah, exactly too.
can't
Like,
really top that.
Like, I would say like I like the 10 Rings more than I liked the multiverse.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, and then like I would say I like the multiverse more than Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
and
to be
that's
fair,
where I would.
Captain Marvel's kind of.
That's where I would like kind of have it type of thing. I've had people who are saying like it's as bad as like Dark World, and it's like
Okay,
I don't.
dude.
Yeah,
It
like,
was
so,
it was
like,
a good movie.
Listen.
And
let's not throw Dark World
Yeah.
around like that. All right,
we don't throw that around so lightly. All right, I don't think you realize
that is a terrible movie. Let's be frank. All right, I don't want to. Let's calm down.
Even with that said, though, there were parts of the movie though that were bangers, that were like, I'd rewatch that part.
But there were parts that I thought were cringe.
But there were some parts where it's like, kind of missed. And we'll have to go into it when we can talk spoilers.
Yeah,
next
we'll
week.
go a little bit more in depth. But I would
because I'd like to say the parts I liked, but heavy spoilers.
Yeah, there were I was genuinely surprised there was something that I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, but I was like, you know what, that was actually really sick.
Oh, well, see, I didn't have anything spoiled, so there were a couple things where I was like,
well, I knew there was gonna be a character in that movie that like we're introduced to and stuff, and I was like, we'll see how like I feel about that character, and I was like, that's sick, like she's actually awesome.
So it was cool. I liked it. But I'm not walking away like it was Spider-Man.
Give me your Marvel rating. Like, where is it in between? Like, I have it like B tier, like low, like mid B, like not B plus, not a B minus, just a B.
I'd have to like break down where I would put everything, but I think a safe bet would be like B plus.
Okay.
Like, it was good. I'll rewatch it. You know, if I marathon things, I'm not going to rewatch it in theaters. Like I think I enjoyed the original Doctor Strange more.
I agree.
That's where I'd put it. But it's still good. But that's just the thing is, I think I was just expecting to like be like, whoa.
Yeah.
And that's my fault. Like, that's my
I thought it would just like set up other like movies and like, you know, type of stuff. But it's its own type of movie, which is like fine.
Well, I guess that's part of it too, is also because of the delay and then all the series we've had.
That's what I was going to say.
I thought a lot more stuff was all going to be tied in. Kind of like that, or like lead to more stuff. And if we look at it realistically too, probably back in the timeline too, like they didn't anticipate all that. So it was good.
Still banger.
Yeah.
We'll get into in depth next week when Blue sees it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I
And
don't want to
now-
like poop on your parade, Blue. We still
Yeah.
enjoyed it, but
Yeah, I would still say go see it. Like if you
Right.
like 50-50 or Marvel movies, I would still say this is a Marvel movie. You should still go and see it.
right. I think, and yeah, I can't say anything about spoiling. We'll talk about it next week. Speaking of the rest of Marvel, though, here is where we'll talk about Moon Knight spoilers. So
Moon Knight.
I will add in an audio timestamp, roughly,
I'm a
of when
Moon
to
Knight.
anticipate. If you're, well, actually, I guess I should say, on either platforms, because ads get added in later. I don't know if it'll expect. So when I say a timestamp, just go like 2 minutes past that to be safe. Because ads might mess it up, and I don't want you to come in right at like the end of something. So with that said, spoilers, Moon Knight spoilers. You've been warned. Click away, stop, exit, close the app, whatever you're doing. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
If you're in a Discord stand,
Yeah, deafen or leave or get spoiled.
I'll give. This will be the signal.
Yeah. So video
bad
listeners,
signal.
there you go.
Yeah.
Video and audio listeners, hey, hi, how are you? You should be able to skip to 1 hour 14, 1 hour 15, maybe, and that should put you into the Game of Thrones trailer talk. And spoiler time. Okay. So Moon Knight concluded this Wednesday, 6 episodes. I want to know thoughts going in the finale. How are you feeling about it? Because I know both of you were kind of fell off as it went, right?
Yeah, I fell off like after episode 2 or like whenever he got to Egypt, and
I think it was the end of 2, beginning of 3.
Yeah, but then like when I think 5 was out, that's when Sydney and I watched 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, I never fell off.
I just thought. I guess I just remember you talking about how
So
you were tired of the trope.
off.
Well, you were talking about the trope and how you were sick of it.
No, I 100%. I agree. I'm still a little. Some tropes are a little old, but I kept up with it. So
I would say I'm gonna be honest though.
My
Like
apologies.
I liked Oscar Isaac's performance. I think he carried the show. Like I'll be real.
Great work. I love him.
100%.
I kiss him.
I do kind of like the mind fuck where it's like, wait, is he just an insane patient and none of this is really happening? Or like, I kind of like that aspect of it, even though it's like, there's no way that they would go with that. Like, but it was all right. Like, I thought I liked episodes like 1 through 5, but then I felt like 6. It feels like almost like a Game of Thrones thing where it just felt like, okay, this is happening. Like, and it was just like way too rushed. Like, I wish it could have played out in like 2 more episodes and have it a little bit more fleshed out with like Konju and that alligator. Like, let me see more of that giant battle. Like, I got the Godzilla thing where it's like showing me the little fight going on, and then I don't even get a fight.
Well,
And then like for a reason, yeah, I get it, but like at that point, like he's done that twice now. Show us that.
But the point is a very specific reason we didn't see that fight, and they did it again because that hadn't happened since episode 2. So then, as a viewer too, I was like, wait, why would they cut that? What happened? And then they're like, was that you? No, well, that wasn't me. So then that left me like, huh.
We're still cutting this. It's the last episode.
Yeah,
show us.
That's what I was like. We know he has like a third personality. Like, let's just cut to the fucking bullshit. Like they've alluded.
Oh, I wonder if he has a third motherfucker. We know.
Yeah, like we know. Stop teasing us. Yeah, like just show me like Jake going to work. Like I get at the end, like we get to see him shoot a silenced pistol. But I want to see him do the stabby rip part. Like,
yeah, I want to see that shit.
But I understand that to show it, they'd probably have to make it rated R, and because it was pretty bloody and stuff. So I get that. So hopefully we see that at some point. But like, I didn't like it as much as Loki, but I did not like it. Like I didn't.
It's just too banger, dude.
But it was better than like Hawkeye and like the Captain Winter Soldier, I think. But I think that's more off of Isaac's performance rather than I think the story and the hero of Moon. Like I don't really like I get Moon Knight is like he's like a play on like almost like Marvel's Deadpool, or like he is kind of like a wacky kind of dude. Can be like that sometimes, but I don't know. He didn't really do it for me. But I like his performance. That would be my review.
Well, I think for me, they already did not. As a viewer, they already had a hard time going in just because of all the things. Egyptian stuff usually just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. It's just one of those where it's like, I've never really cared for that stuff. So they had that going. Not going for it in my eyes, right? Not that that's a knock against the series. It's just, someone would be like, I didn't like it because it was samurai, and I'd be like, I loved it because it was samurai.
Fucking dare you?
Yeah. So, with that said, I enjoyed it. I think what you talked about has been a problem with almost, if not all, the Marvel TV shows so far. Has just been rushed finishes.
Oh my God, yeah.
A lot of them have done a really good job too of like setting it up, where it's like they kind of nail the beginning and middle. I feel, and then, or sometimes the middle or the beginning.
Was Wanda
but it's the end.
Series?
It's like,
was 8 episodes or was it 6? I feel like it was more than 6.
I think it was like 8, but I also think episodes were shorter. I don't remember because I think Wanda's was like 20 or like 30-ish minutes, because I think Loki started out and those were like 50, 55, whatever.
Banger.
Banger.
But yeah, Oscar Isaac's performance was great. The end where they like cut, I understood why they did it. And it didn't bother me too much. I kind of like that it left stuff to the imagination. I was like, well, if those were struggling so much, like what could have happened that they just
Boo!
Well, when you see like the third sarcophagus or like the little mummy thing, whatever they call it, like
bro, I already know. All right.
Yeah, they're like saying that like that's another personality that is in there that had like died.
Right.
And that's when I was like, wait, what? That's when I kind of like finally figured it out.
Yeah, so for me though, like when they were getting to all the like Land of Reeds and all the Egypt background stuff, I was like, I never really cared about this. But for me, it was always Oscar Isaac's performance. I enjoyed it. I kind of agree. Like Moon Knight as a character, didn't know him before, and I don't care too much about him after this.
Yeah,
I just hope we get more Oscar Isaac.
Well, that's what if I saw Moon Knight in a movie, like or like he shows up in the Avengers or something, I'd be like, oh, Oscar Isaac. I would be like, oh, Moon Knight, sick. Right. I would be more excited for Oscar Isaac rather than
although
the character.
I do believe they said this isn't in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right?
Oh, they did? I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure this exists separately. I could be wrong, but it would also make sense though, because like when they're sitting there and literally like changing the night sky throughout the entire world and like fast forward, you got to think somebody's like,
"What the fuck's that about?"
Hey, Doctor Strange,
what are they doing over there?
Yeah, you see this? He's like, huh?
What the bird doing?
Whatever. What the bird doing? I like Ethan Hawke. Like I like the show.
I think Khonshu looks cool. Like
yeah, Khonshu was cool. But yeah, as a whole, like for me, the best.
Do I need a season 2? No.
For me, the best episode was still episode 1, and I know for most people that was their least favorite.
Interesting.
But for me, when everything was pretty up in the air, it felt like almost like a psychological thriller. That was probably the high for me. And then I still enjoyed it.
They were in purgatory. I thought that was cool. I thought that interpreted, and then like the hippo, like I thought that was fun.
But I like the take on the mental thing too. I'm always a sucker for what's real, what's not. Even though it felt pretty obvious.
The ending was kind of weird though. I didn't really care for the ending.
Like
where he just wakes up in a bed and like he's just like chained up to the bed again, and
right.
I don't know. I thought it was like okay, so like.
Well, I think again that was part of it, showing like now like not even Mark is like, wait, why? What happened? and now he's kind of in Steven's shoes, where it's like, wait, why are we? Because now they're like working together, so they're like, wait, why did we wake up here attached to the bed again? Like, wouldn't we have figured this out? I think that's kind of what they were going for. Which also, the way it ended does seem like, or at the very least, like they have some plans for a season 2 or something.
For sure. It's with the third personality that's
right
within Mark.
Spanish Mark Steven. But yeah, overall, I liked it. It didn't blow me away. Oscar Isaac's performance, I really liked, though. But again, as a whole, I think part of it is just like that. This kind of character and lore isn't for me. I just don't like Egyptian stuff, so it just made it harder for the show. I still liked it. With all that said, but like most of that stuff, I just kind of checked out on.
Now, if it was Norse mythology or something like that,
it would have been the best show ever. That's what I'm saying. I'm a sucker for something.
Like,
something I'm not. I don't want to die. And Egypt just never did it for me.
What did you think of it, Blue?
I thought it was really good. I on the contrary, do love Egyptian type shit. So the setting was cool. I think the setting was honestly kind of wasted in the show, though. It felt like everything in the show for me were just like plot devices to move it forward. Like this whole fucking time, all right? Ethan Hawke over here is like doing all this shit, and it's like Khonshu's like, "Yo, hey, we could end the show right here if you just let's get it going."
I will say that is one part that bothered me.
The whole Egyptian gods are stupid.
The whole point so where they go in and then it's like, guys, you need to stop. He's trying to wake up Amit, and he's like, Khonshu's. You guys know Khonshu,
like,
dude. Khonshu's whack. And then Khonshu's like, they're like, lock him up. Dude, you're good to go.
Dude, lock his ass up. They're so useless, and he's like, yeah, he's trying to, and for all seeing Egyptian gods, right? You would think they would be like, oh yeah, we've caught a whiff of that. We're powerful. We caught a whiff of that. But they're like, I don't know, man.
Quit lying, Khonshu, dude. Like, it's not cool. Okay.
This dude with the evil staff, I don't know, man. Yeah. Like he's all right.
Yeah.
Are those scales tattooed on his form?
Like when Blue said like they feel like they wasted Egypt, I agree. Like it almost felt like every Egypt was almost like a set. Like they just kept going. It was literally just places.
A set to say this is Egypt, guys.
Yeah. A set to another set.
This is Egypt, guys.
Yeah, and then it was like gas station in Egypt, like, you know, neighborhood next to pyramids, you know, like it wasn't like fighting in, you know, it just felt kind of like Blue said, they were just using sets in Egypt or something.
There's so many sections of the show where it was like, yo, why would you not? So many like plot holes that made me go like actually frustrate the shit out of me. One, when they went to that fucking Ram Ranch or some shit, clearly they want the scarab. They need to know where the fucking alligator lady is. He's right here.
Yeah.
Summon the suit, catch the guy, and be like, where are you going? Or none of you thought, hey, maybe we should tail this guy instead of sacrificing. Well, not sacrificing, but instead of like Khonshu being like, I'll turn back the night sky so you can see the iPad, fucking the coordinates on Pokemon Go for where he is. I'll be sealed away. Tell Mark to save me. Couldn't we just follow this guy to the plate? No, you couldn't have. No.
Yeah.
I think Oscar Isaac. I think Oscar Isaac's performance was great. Deserved to be in a better show, to be honest.
Yeah, he did. He did everything he could have with what he was
covered
doing.
The holes, is what I would like to say.
Like his character is sick. Like I love like Mark and Steven, I'm all for. Moon Knight, whatever. But Mark and Steven, wicked. Those guys are sick. I love his characters. I hope they do more with it. But like so much of the show is just like Ethan Hawke has to be right here, right now. so the story can move forward. Also, they're not going to catch him or follow him because that would make it boring. but they totally could. But like, fuck that.
I also didn't think Moon Knight was like a cool hero. He didn't do like anything that I thought was
he got
like
his ass beat
Moon
all the
Knight.
time.
Like, like I didn't think it was like sure he had like the things he threw, I guess, but like he never did any like he jumped and it made a moon in the moon. Like, oh, that was kind of cool.
He
but
literally
like
just got his ass beat constantly by like fucking grunts. Like,
yeah.
okay.
It did make me go like, damn, he's Moon Knight now. He's gonna fuck some shit up. I was like, okay, he's gonna be Moon Knight, I guess.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
don't
healed.
know.
He's healed now. Like that's all I saw
Where's
Moon Knight as. It's like
my
a healing
super
spell.
suit?
For me, so much of Moon Knight is that he's kind of a meme. And like I got none of that from this show, so I was kind of disappointed. Though I will say, like the character work Oscar Isaac did was great. My biggest complaint is that episode 4 and 5 were really good, and I was like, this is going somewhere. All right, I can deal with them not chasing Ethan Hawke. I can deal with them just fucking letting this dude do his thing. Oh shit, we're in a fucking insane asylum. Oh, we get to like really see the character work. This show, okay, this show's going somewhere. Let's fucking go. And then episode 6, it's like Marvel. Now we're gonna fight.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like really too fast. Like
yeah, ha, we beat the bad guys. Ha, the world is saved. And it's like, fuck me, dude. I really wanted more of episode 5, and I was hoping the finale was a little more complex, but it was literally like,
yeah,
we beat up Ethan Hawke, and also the alligator lady lost. And also our heroes fucking suck at their jobs.
they also don't want to do it. Like they also don't.
Khonshu's goofy as shit. The Egyptian gods' avatars are apparently weak punk ass bitches who get one shot by fucking Ethan Hawke.
I did like how
okay. Claire brought that up too, though. So Ethan Hawke shows up against the 5-6 Egyptian gods.
Ethan Hawke is like a fucking AOE done.
They're all done, and then she's like, "Well, what makes this hippo's avatar and Khonshu's avatar stronger than the other 5-6?"
Exactly.
Well, now they have a shot, but the other 5-6, which apparently they're also strongest in that place, right?
Yeah, that's like their like sanctum. They're stronger in that place.
Ethan Hawke walks in. Rigamus Dickamus. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit. They fall over and they're dead. I will say the one thing that banged Layla's suit was sick. Yeah. That was a sick ass.
That's the hippo's avatar, correct? Like that's what she's projecting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what Sydney was kind of confused by, and I said that, but I didn't know if I was right.
Layla's suit was sick. Her suit gave me the serotonin that Cap America's suit did not give me.
Okay.
God.
True.
Sick.
True.
Sick
when
suit.
Captain America did show a suit, it was kind of gimmicky.
When suit, it was like cool. when I saw Cap's suit, I was like, all right, one. I understand the top of the head is from the comics, but like, can we get like
some things just don't translate to movies? Like,
can you get that covered up? Because like all I see is like one headshot away, dude. One headshot from the top of the head away, dude. That's all I see. But yeah, Layla's suit was sick as fuck.
I did like how Khonshu like did show like he has no like faith at all. He was like, "You need to be my avatar." She's like, "No, go save him." And he's like, "No, like fuck it. Like we just you want to be my avatar." Yeah, I kind of like that. That it showed Khonshu ain't got no love for anybody.
It was cool. It was decent. Like it was a decent show, but it wasn't as good as it could have been from what I've read of Moon Knight. You know, from the comic. Like Moon Knight's sick. And the show just felt like I don't know, dude. I don't know how to describe it. It just wasn't my vibe. I was not like, whoa, Moon Knight by the end of it. I was more like, damn, Oscar Isaac's a good actor. Like that's what I got from the show.
Cindy and I too were just like, wow, Oscar Isaac can really act.
That is what I got from the show. The end of it was not like, damn, that was a good Marvel show. The end of it was, damn, dude. Oscar Isaac, great actor, and he has a fat dumpy. Like, what a package! Like, what a guy.
Exactly like what we thought.
Yeah, it was okay. I was whelmed. I wasn't whelmed. I was elmed. I was elmed. I wasn't whelmed. I wasn't overwhelmed. I was elmed.
Yeah. Better than Hawk, but I didn't not. That's not saying I didn't like Hawkeye. I just wasn't impressed with anything in Hawkeye really. But yeah, that was Moon Knight. I would probably. Is there anything else we want to touch on? They didn't really like allude to anything. I guess it's not canon. I thought it was canon.
What do you mean?
I thought this was like in this cinematic universe. Like I thought this was.
It is. It is. I think Fruit was just confused on. I don't think they were gonna like just like throw Moon Knight in with like the rest of like, ooh, Moon Knight's gonna be hanging out with the Avengers. Like I think the showrunner said it's in the MCU, just not like the character doesn't exist to be like a fucking team up. Let's go, woo, Avengers, team up. Show up. Oh my god, it's Moon Knight. Moon Knight's fighting with Wanda.
Who's that guy? Moon Knight's fighting Wanda.
Oh fuck.
Trying to think if there's anything else I liked or like really didn't like about the show. Yeah, I just really hated that they made Egyptian gods seem kind of like bitches, other than like the 3 that somehow don't die to a blast.
Yes,
yeah. I'd say if you have Disney Plus, go for it. I don't know why I have Disney Plus right now that Moon Knight's over. Oh, did you see the trailer for that Chip and Dale like TV show that's coming to or movie that's coming to Disney Plus? It looks really cool. You should, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I'm actually gonna now keep Disney Plus because of that. That looks really good. All right. Sure, Christian had some things to talk about, but we are going to move on to Q&A. So right about now, you can come back from the spoiler-free section. Let me find where we are on the Q&A here. Oh, here we are. Here, wait, hold on, Mr. Fruit's here. Mr. Fruit, is there anything else you want to touch on? Moon Knight, or before we move on to Q&A? We both said it was I don't know if we got your final opinions from it.
It was alright. Anything? Oh, Game of Thrones trailer. Have you not seen it?
I have not seen it. When did that come out?
Yesterday.
Game
of Thrones, House of the Dragon. I'm hyped.
Banger?
It looked pretty well.
Have you seen it, Blue?
It looked like.
Oh wait, what?
Game of
new
Thrones.
Game of Thrones trailer?
I mean, it looked cool, but I'm in the boat where I'm a little Game of Thrones fatigued. It's been years since that show ended, and I'm still Game of Thrones fatigued.
Yeah, I'm all about it. Like for a second, I thought I was watching Lord of the Rings.
Ooh.
The set piece is just like bigger and cooler, and I'm like,
they want to get that hype back, maybe type of thing. Like,
yeah, and I'm just like, what I'm hoping is because it's their own story, they can keep a constant
pace,
right? Like if they know where they're going and it's consistent, rather than somebody else has done this and we're basing it off, and now we got to do our own thing.
Season 8 or the last season, but as long as you kept that pace during the whole thing, yeah.
But we've grown accustomed to slow burn, big setups, big payoffs, and then it's just bum 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 bum. Whereas if that was the whole thing, I'm like, okay, well that's what to expect. So
I need to watch it. Haven't seen it.
I mean, I am probably just going to disappoint myself, but I'm optimistic that they've learned from their mistakes. And again, it just looks like they're like, screw, we'll just put more money in. And
they want something for HBO like Max. So, or HBO, whatever it is, I think.
Yeah. The trailer doesn't like show a whole bunch. But it was cool to see a bunch of Targaryens. And more dragons, I would assume. So I'm all about that.
I will stay for the dragons, I will admit.
I mean, I can understand if some people are like, meh, or some people are still like, I've been burned. And I'm now making the mistake to get burned again. I have not learned my mistake. And then the other one was the Obi-Wan trailer. I don't know if you guys saw that one too.
I saw that. I did see that.
That one got me even more hyped. No dual fates in this one, so not quite as many goosebumps.
Yeah.
But we finally kind of got like more of the premise, some more shots, the build up for seeing Hayden Christensen, and then bonus points for Uncle Owen, just setting Obi-Wan straight. Like sheesh. I'm super hyped for that.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Those are really the only ones left.
Yeah, copy that. Let me see here. I'm trying to remember where we left off last week. Okay, the Mythical Tea. Any thoughts on the new Witcher game teaser they dropped some weeks ago? I think we touched on it a little bit at some point.
Maybe it was just the crest.
I've never played.
Snow.
Yeah. I've never played any of the Witchers. I need to at some point though.
I mean, I'm hyped. Because despite their troubles with CD Projekt Red, or not CD Projekt, Cyberpunk, the Witcher games only got better. And so if they follow the same philosophy built on that, let's just pretend Cyberpunk's something different, right? And just assume essentially whatever Witcher 4 or whatever they're gonna call it comes out. If it's a better Witcher 3, sheesh, brother. That's all I'll say. So I'm hyped for it.
You played any of the Witchers, Blue?
I played them a little bit. They didn't really didn't grab me in the way that I thought they would.
Crazy Yogi says, what has been a trippy dream that you can remember?
There's always this one when I was younger that the best way I could describe it is, you remember that movie? It was like an animated robot movie, and Robin Williams was like one of the red tin can dude. This was like early 2000s.
Like the Amazing Adventures of the Toaster or whatever?
No, like Robin Williams was like, I know this place like the back of my right hand. Oh, that's new. I don't remember why I remember that scene.
Red Robot.
It was some
robots?
Yeah, that's probably it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called, robots.
Yeah, robots. Like imagine that world and aesthetic.
Whoa.
But it wasn't quite. And I was in essentially a giant robotic hamster wheel going down in this like
and you
tournament.
Kept having this?
Yeah, I don't know. In this tournament, and you just go down the rails, down like running in the little hamster wheel in this like robots world. It was bizarre, and I don't know why, but yeah. And it was always so vivid.
Yeah, the only again, the plane crash. But I live in every single one. And it's just so weird. It's like a pretty big. Like it's pretty violent, and then all of a sudden I'll roll on the hill and just be like, oh god damn. Every time. It's so funny.
Well, I better go catch my next one.
I gotta go to JFK here in 5 minutes. Catch my connecting.
That, and then there was, I've only ever lucid dreamed very few times, so those are always trippy. But one I specifically remember too was, I was in my room, or no, I wasn't in my room. It was like my bedroom, but it wasn't. And I could tell it was different, and I became self-aware. This is like high school.
Okay.
And I was self-aware, and I was like, I'm dreaming. This is crazy. I need to take a picture. So I remember. So I took my phone, took a picture. I was like, when I wake up, I gotta look. I got it. Sure enough, I woke up. I remembered. I looked, and it wasn't a picture. But it was just so weird that
yeah,
I knew. Yeah, it was trippy.
Any dreams come to your mind, Blue?
I haven't dreamed a lot lately, I'm being honest.
Okay. Well, I will say, I did like something about a movie later that we'll talk about later.
You'll figure out why that's significant. That might not be a good thing, Blue.
Yeah, it might not be a good thing, Blue, but hey, it might be sick. You might
true.
have something within you that you don't know about.
Hold on. Let me think about this.
When you go to bed tonight, you'll know. As soon as it happens, you'll be like,
I will say, recently I've been getting like a lot of dreams where I'm like, not like in the past week. This past week I've been dreaming a lot for some reason, but I have been for some reason getting into plane crash dreams again.
Here we go.
I hate that shit.
Yeah. But you just roll up on a hill and you'll dust it off. You're good.
No, sometimes like I'll actually hit the ground and I'll do that thing that you do from like in school where like and like I'll wake up and be like, and as soon as I wake up I'll be like, fuck, god damn it.
And then you wake up and come out of your bed and you're like an accordion though.
Exactly.
We got a question here from Addie. Says, do any of you guys have a party trick you tend to do? It doesn't have to be a physical thing or a joke story or to start a conversation. I mean, a party trick is like normally involving beer. I could just chug really fast.
It's so funny. I was not thinking about anything alcohol.
Oh, see, party trick, like I'm thinking it involves alcohol. Like I just chug.
That's just really fast. I was like, I've never drank alcohol. I don't know. When I go to a party, I was like, oh, what do I do? I don't really know if I have
You
one.
say you're a YouTuber, dude. That's how you fucking started. Like,
dude, the very few parties I went to at college, and it was usually because it's like, well, Christian's DD. And I was like, I'm not gonna let you guys go out because nobody's gonna DD. So, and then it's just always somehow someone goes, yeah, he's a YouTuber. And every party's like, yeah, I do YouTube. Yeah, it's
how many subs you have, bro?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so like I like video games.
Like, how do you get paid? Like
Destiny. Oh, you play Madden? That's cool.
Oh, I play Fortnite.
Yeah. Well, Fortnite wasn't really anything then. Call of Duty. I was like, well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I fuck with COD.
What about Candy Crush, dude? Yeah, okay.
Yo, my boy Steve has a YouTube channel. He's 80 subs. We make fun of him. Hey, Steve, pussy.
Hey, Steve. Like, yeah. I don't have a party trick.
No tricks, Mr. Do you have any tricks, Blue, that you like to bust out?
Not really. I don't go to parties. I hate that shit. That shit sucks. You know what? I'm gonna party, staying at home, progging Dragon Song War Reprise. Yes.
Frog away, my son.
Yeah. Goo Boy says, howdy everybody. Robin Blue, if you could have your own advanced GG flavors, what would it be? Fruit, if you could make another flavor, what would yours be? Got GG on my brain since I'm cutting soda, and it's becoming a better alternative.
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, and I want a flavor advanced. I was either going to do the blue coconut. We don't have blue coconut advanced, and if they make a blue coconut without me, I'm literally you're on my list.
Blue coconut would fly. Yeah,
on my list advanced. I know all of you guys. I'm gonna talk so much shit about you. So yeah, blue coconut, get me in. You don't have blue coconut flavor yet. Blue's coconuts. I'm just and either that or like a wild berry, like the Pop-Tart.
I don't know, man.
I would love that shit. Give me that shit.
I don't know. I seriously have no clue. That's like why I always, whenever this question's asked, I just say I have a flavor. It's called Dream Team Energy.
My flavor is right here. They made it.
I know, but what would you wouldn't have a second one?
But this isn't Mr. Fruit's Cherry Lemonade.
Oh.
It's the new hydration lemonade.
Oh. I haven't been sent that yet.
My initial choices when they asked back in the day, my first thing was lemonade, and my second one was cherry lemonade.
Oh. They
said statistically, no one buys lemonade or something. Like, it's not as big as cherry lemonade. Well, what's this? Huh? Somebody talk.
What's this, Peter?
And it's delicious. We could have had this earlier?
Never mind. I want to change my flavor.
I don't know what I would.
I want Mr. Fruit's piss as a flavor. Mr. Fruit's lemonade.
Like, I feel like there's so many flavors at this point. Like you can't make one. Like at this point, like I don't know. Like
One I didn't know. I still didn't really know what it was, and didn't know I wanted, but I really liked was Asdacross's Nasty Mystery.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like that. Doesn't intrigue me. I hear nasty mystery. I'm like, okay, well,
I wouldn't have gotten it otherwise.
It was decent,
but I tried
to. I just won't try it.
I really like the flavor.
For being a
I
partner, yeah, I would not have touched that.
Yeah, I just don't drink that.
But
it was good though.
Yeah, I really like the flavor. It's like some kiwi kind of drink or something. That was really
that's the type of advertising like that does not work on me. I feel like mystery shit is like actually actively makes me not want to.
All right, well, I'm not gonna get that.
I would rather, and I think that's also because in the past, historically, when I get a mystery thing, it's always gross.
100%.
And that's why I made this one, and I was like, ooh, that's refreshing.
You guys remember? Like the old commercials back in the day when we were like 8? There was called like it was like these little orangutans, and they would like drink this little thing called Tang, and it was like orange.
Yeah.
Sure, that's what I would do. Give me like Rob's Tang, and that's what sure. But I do have a flavor. It's called Dream Team Energy. So
spitting.
Dream Team Punch.
Yep. Noah is a gamer. Says, what was y'all's oh shit, this is actually happening moment during y'all's journey with content creation? I think when Christian dropped out of school, I think that's kind of for me, like when it was like, holy shit, like it's real. Like I think when Christian was able to drop out of school. Because then I was like, I can do that then. Like if I can get to that point he's at, I can do it.
Yeah, it's probably our first charity stream. GCX.
Still remember the meal I ate after that. I celebrated with some lobster mac and cheese. It was delicious.
Oh.
I would say that road trip I was on when my friend Corey called me. Like, dude, we have 40,000 views. I had like 1,000 subscribers.
What video was it again?
That was the Destiny 2 limited advertisement
Was it the first one?
It's not even Necrochasm. It was like the thing that was Husk of the Pit, I think. Yeah, and he's like, dude, it's 40,000 views. And I was on the road and I didn't have internet. And I was like, you're trolling me. And that's when we got to the hotel.
You're trolling.
And I saw it, and then I saw it was like front page of Reddit or whatever, and I was like, all right, hop in.
And then you saw your shadow ban.
Oh, yeah.
Or when we did the Dream Team shirts, I think that too was like the first Dream Team shirt sale. that was
with
the
not turned down design.
Yeah, the one that Blue made. You should have just done it. Like
I should have.
Like looking back, who fucking cares?
Well, I mean, after they told me, I mean, that would have been legal trouble. Yeah,
exactly. Like,
but I shouldn't have asked.
You had just,
it's easier to ask for forgiveness and permission. You know, it's a terrible. Don't take that advice.
We should have done it,
but I should have done it. Yep.
That's a good question though. Ezra says, if you remember correctly, Fruit said he's a big fan of Frank's Red Hot. So are there any other hot sauces you guys are fans of? I recently got Steve-O's hot sauce and it's amazing. I like hot sauces, but they have to be given to me. Like, I won't just be like, try this one. Like, I'm going to try Pig Hot, Hell's Red Hot, Serial Killer Hot. Like, I don't know. Like, just, if you give it to me, I'll try it, but I don't have just a bunch of hot sauces in my thing.
I have different hot sauces I like for different things. Because no hot sauce is a one size fits all for me.
True.
Different food works better with different. Like eggs, give me Cholula, right? But like wings, if I had to put, like I wouldn't put Cholula on. I put Red Hot, for instance, or like Red Hot Buffalo or something.
Or if you have like chicken nuggets,
right?
Like Red
it's
Hot.
Not going to be Cholula. Maybe sometimes it's Tabasco Day. Sometimes there's in fact, if you put it with, I like this
Tabasco,
one with
too watery.
See, I like the vinegar. People don't like the vinegar.
Okay,
I like literally.
For me, it's a little too much.
You're talking to dude back in elementary school. I would ask my mom. She would make me like a ham sandwich, just a ham sandwich. And I would ask her to pack a jar of pure vinegar, and I would dunk my sandwich in that vinegar. That's
So
who
do you
you're
like
talking
salt
to.
and vinegar chips? Are those like your S tier chips then?
Those are the only chips as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
why
don't know.
those stacks, Lay's stacks I get, or salt and vinegar hits
I had a
different.
weird stage. It was like a 6-month stage where salt and vinegar chips were all I ate. It was, and then I
It's my life.
haven't eaten them since.
Um,
Would you say you like salt and vinegar more or the jalapeno chips? Which would you prefer?
oh, salt and vinegar every day.
Wow.
If I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, what do I get?
You get
They're
yeah,
dry
you do.
salt and vinegar seasoning, and I dip the fries in those. That hits different, dude. You haven't tried that? That's another one of my food hacks.
The smell of vinegar always kind of like.
Oh, dude, it's intoxicating.
That's funny. It's like your gasoline.
Yeah. It's like, and my older brother hated it because just the smell of salt and vinegar or vinegar like makes him puke.
Oh, really?
So being, the annoying younger brother I would take a brand new bag of salt and vinegar and go right in front of his face. He'd be like, whoa.
That's funny.
Classic. There's a Cutino's hot sauce, I believe that's what it's called. It's kind of like a pineapple flavor. If you mix that, I always like to mix it with salmon and rice. You just put salmon, rice, and that Cutino's hot sauce. Mix that up. It's different. But that's what I'm saying. Different hot sauces, different. Recently, I found some Yellowstone random green salsa you get from like the grocery store, or not even like a gas station.
You've watched Yellowstone yet?
No.
Come on.
But from like a gas station. It's like one of those in variety packs. I got it for Christmas, and it was like a throwaway thing, and I was like, I'll try it. Breakfast never hit different, man.
Okay.
But
almost said like Twisters. I like Twisters green chili a lot.
Oh yeah, any green chili. But that's also the thing is I don't like hot sauces. Like for instance,
Bomb.
Right, well that. But like for one of the sponsors did recently, I think it was called like Behance or no, not Behance. Doesn't matter. Sponsorship's probably over, so my link probably doesn't work anymore. Bespoke, actually, that's what I believe it was. Bespoke.
Oh, there you go.
Doubt my link works anymore. Maybe Mr. Fruit, who knows? You order these like packages, and one of them was called like Heat, like the Heat package or whatever. And so you just got sent like 10 different hot sauces. So I was like, sick. Send those my way. And like 6 of them are literally just titled like pain, kill me, death.
That's why I'm not gonna try any of that shit.
Those I don't. That's what some people mistake. I like spice, and I'm okay with heat, as long as it's flavorful. I don't eat spice just for the sake of heat.
Killer skulls, like flame.
Yeah, if my tongue hurts, I'm like, this isn't enjoyable.
First of all, the bomb.
But if it's
gross.
it tasted.
It didn't even.
I haven't tasted gasoline, but that's what I imagine it was.
Gross. It was not good.
No,
like in the slightest.
And like none of those usually are.
That was just hot to be hot.
Right. I don't like hot sauce that's hot to be hot. I like hot sauce that's flavorful. And if it is hot, that's fine as long as there's flavor. But if my tongue's just like hurting, and I'm like, this doesn't like what it. I like leve, like Indian spice. I think I have a little more tolerance. Claire can't do like any, but Indian spice is really good because unless you get it like extreme, which I have once, that was painful. Their spice hits different, but if you get like a medium from an Indian place, because their spice like mild is probably like you're spicy, like hot or spicy for some people. If you get like a medium from an Indian place, the flavor from their spices, that's when it's beautiful, it adds something, not just pain and sadness. Like the slogan for one of them was like, pain is good. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to try that.
You open up.
What do you prefer, Blue?
Tapatio continues to be the goated. Anyone who disagrees is wrong. There's some other good alternatives like Melinda's. Melinda's is good, but like it needs to be a little more loose. You know what I mean? Melinda's is really good depending on like if it's just like tacos or something. Melinda's is great, but like if I'm having a burrito, it's gotta be Tapatio, dude.
Ricardo the Heart says if you were to eat only one vegetable for the rest of your life, what would it be? lettuce.
Um,
That's easy, dude. Lettuce is like just tastes like nothing. Like
maybe carrots. I like carrots.
good one. I like carrots too. I don't like steamed carrots though. I don't like mushy carrots.
Those are the best. Well, okay, the best are honey glazed carrots, but that's like a dessert. So
Vegetable, I'd probably say like bok choy. I fucking
Bok
love
choy?
bok choy. You can put that shit in anything. You could steam that shit. You could put that shit in some broth and that shit will fuck. I love bok
Sounds
choy.
fun.
oh, wait.
Oh,
Jalapeno would technically be a vegetable, huh?
yeah, but you just said you don't want to be in pain. Like some jalapenos
I like
are so
jalapeno.
hot.
Jalapeno is not hot.
Some are.
I'll take if I only have to like if that means
Oklahoma side
I
coming
don't
out,
get
right?
any jalapenos, I'm gonna go jalapeno.
That's fair. That's fair.
XL says Blue, get that corner ready. Vus, I got a Destiny question. Oh, because he has a Destiny question.
Oh god.
Why do you feel like Bungie decided to make Titans not only the worst character in the game, regardless of class changes, but also the one to have the worst fashion?
Because Titans are normies and no one likes normies. Next question.
Guardian games. Prove it there.
Classic.
Warlocks. Astute Warlock, speaking of warlocks, says, I've been interested in the Spanish language for a while now and even went to Colombia for a studying abroad trip. If you guys could learn another language, which would it be? I'm just trying to guess and say that Fruit would learn Japanese.
I think we
I would
talked
also
about
learn
this.
Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese. Also, I'd be able to just enjoy anime without having to read.
That's that's the number one reason
That would be
want
so
to learn.
weird. You know how that would be, you know? Like
I wouldn't because I'm not bilingual, but
yeah.
I know for some people, like that's what's weird for me is like some people, especially the earlier you learn, if you're like bilingual, multilingual really early on, people talk about how their thoughts are like will just seamlessly go in between different languages. Like that blows my mind. I can't imagine what that's like.
I will say sometimes I do think swears in Spanish because that's one of the first things I learned. But as a former bilingual, I can tell you that sometimes your thoughts are in a different language.
Weird. Mine is just
you ever
pee-pee-poo-poo.
like you supposed to speak Spanish, Blue, like pretty often or no?
I used to be like almost fluent, but I'm so out of practice. Like if you talk to me, I could probably understand to an extent. But like,
you couldn't write. Like my
you
dad
asked me to
can't
read.
write
You
Spanish.
asked me to read or write that shit. I'd be like, dumb fucking.
Is this an irregular verb? Like this?
Speak it like I could speak in like broken Spanglish maybe for a little bit and then
my
give
dad
up.
was bilingual because he's Colombian, and he was never able to help me with Spanish homework because he couldn't read or write it anymore. And I was like, dude, you're useless. Like, what do you?
That would be me. That would be me. Yep.
And like my teachers would be like, Robert, your dad speaks Spanish. Like, yeah, he doesn't know how to use it though. Like, he just knows, like, he doesn't do anything. We'll do two more questions here. Recently, this is Johnny Appleseed says recently rewatched the D1 roast SWAT video from way back in the day. If you could be a member of the extended dream team for a day, who would it be? Oh, I think we
Mr. Fruit, because I'd be rich.
We've answered this several times.
Yeah, we all said Dork.
Also jacked.
Or Arios. Just
yeah, I'm usually like Arios, but
I would want to be Arios just to see what it's like to be just fucking like ripped.
I'll go Joey to know what it feels like to be young again.
I'll be Ruben to know what it's like to have that drive to play a single game, even though you know it's not going anywhere.
Actually, I would want to be Arios just so like I could squeeze my own ass and be like, holy shit, what an ass.
Oh man. They go. Also, Rob, it's pronounced ZHOZ. Is pronounced ZOZ, not ZOUZ. It's like I don't know what you're telling me. Like you're just showing me. You're just showing me letters that are gonna say the same. They make the same sound. Zoes, I guess. Zoes says a question for everyone. Are you guys going to be playing Diablo Immortal on PC once it's released?
No.
It's also about to be released on beta, and I know Fruit has never really played a Diablo game before, so it will be a good warm-up before Diablo 4. Also, 30 mil pre-registered is pretty cool. Also, Fruit about his poop last week. Dude, I know how you feel. I had the kind of same poop twice a month, and it felt like I was pushing out an ostrich egg.
Dude.
Oh, speaking of, real quick, when was the last time you guys had like one of those poops where like you had to get naked?
I had one last week, I think.
Yeah. Okay. It's wicked. Yeah, we all have.
I've never been closer to my god.
I don't know. I don't like pooping naked.
You've never. Wait. Hold on. Hit me with it for. Is it so that poop last week? I'm guessing that's one of those poops where like you had to like the shirt comes off.
He was like gonna get a hernia.
I thought I was gonna pass out.
The shirt comes off. I start brushing my hair back because I'm sweating so hard.
Yeah.
Like I.
You're just kind of like head on your knees, just kind of like one of those like.
You're sitting there naked, wondering what the fuck you did to deserve this. And
then realizing too, you have the fan going on, but you can't. It won't go away. You're fumigating. You're like,
yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad.
But that'll do it for the Q&A portion of the podcast, and also wrap up episode 1. I forget.
32.
More than real gamer hours is all I know.
Who? That'll be it. We hope to see you guys next week, where we'll talk Doctor Strange spoils, among other things. Hopefully you guys have seen it. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about all the stuff we said today and how wrong I am.
The comments, don't be spoiling in the comments because we didn't spoil you.
Yeah, no spoilers down below. That's not cool. Yeah. However, also go down there, I guess, at your own peril, because people are
people
heads. Yeah. And if you have seen it and go down there and see it, flag it or something, because that might help. Anyway, either real ones, thank you for listening and or watching. Whatever you do to support us, we appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. See you next week.